Fish is here today. Gonna sit in while I read, make sure I'm, drinking water and stuff. Say hi to the mic.
Huh? Oh, hi. I'm just kind of here to listen. If I'm paying attention, I'm probably going to be on my phone for most of it. But, if I do, I will provide some glowing commentary.
Ah, yes, the noises of disgust and fear will be a lovely addition to the audiobook.
Well, I mean, they're, fairy tales, right? So, hopefully there won't be too much disgust and fear. Well, okay, I guess some of them are, pretty dark. But, if I do have any gripes with it, it will provide a much-needed change of pace from whatever monotony this usually is.
Okay, well, rude, for one. And for two, take one of The Devil's Sooty Brother, read by Laurie Adams. Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Stop laughing!
I'm sorry. It's just, we're on a, fourth take and you keep messing up the same two words. I'm getting kind of concerned for you.
Clearly you don't appreciate that I'm dyslexic. It's a process.
Right, okay, sorry.
Take 3 of...
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Last take for the night. No, you stop that. You're not helping with this process. Is there a specific reason you had to say that the devil's brother was actually slutty and not sooty?
Well, yeah, because it sounded like you said the devil's slutty brother, which is, objectively hilarious and much better. So I think legally they need to change it.
You know what? Fuck it. This story is now called The Devil's Slutty Brother. Literally everything else is the same, save for that one word.
Well, how much is your publishing company gonna enjoy that? Or just for kids?
I don't fucking know, but take 12 of The Devil's Slutty Brother, read by Laurie Adams.
Hey kids, this is The Devil's Slutty Brother. Hope you like it, fucking Billy.
A discharged
After this,
soldier.
we can throw the pigskin around.
Shut up!
I'm sorry. Okay, go.
A discharged soldier had nothing to live on and no longer knew what to do with his life. So he went out into the forest, and after walking for a while, he met a little man who was actually the devil himself.
Most little men that I meet are actually the devil.
Not Danny DeVito.
I love Danny DeVito.
What's the matter? The little man said to him. You look so gloomy. I'm hungry and have no money, said the soldier. If you're
I really do kin this man. This man is me. This is a story about me. I am the devil's slutty brother.
If you
Maybe
hire...
the real slutty brother was the friends we made along the way.
Let me read the story. I've gotten two paragraphs in.
I'm sorry. My commentary is just not good. I'm enhancing the experience. Whoever you send this to, I am so sorry. Get well soon.
If you hire yourself out to me and will be my servant, the devil said, you'll have enough for the rest of your life, but you've got to serve me for 7 years, and after that, you'll be free. There's just one other thing I've got to tell you. You're not allowed to wash yourself, comb your hair, trim your beard, cut your nails or hair, or wipe your eyes. That's kind of gross.
What? Wipe your... Is that when you get, the fucking little, crusty thing? Oh, no. How many? 7 years?
7 years. In
Ew.
hell. Not allowed to wipe
man...
the fucking eye boogies out of his eyes.
I don't like that at all. Oh, ew, I really don't like that you call them eye boogies. Take that back right now. Never speak to me again.
If that's the way it must be, let's get on with it, the soldier said, and he went away with the little man, who led him straight to hell and told him what his chores were. He was to tend the fires under the kettles in which the damned souls were sitting, sweep the house clean and carry the dirt out the door, and keep everything in order. However, he was never to peek into the kettles, or things would go badly for him. I understand, said the soldier. I'll take good care of everything. So the old devil set out on his travels, and the soldier began his duty. He put fuel on the fire, swept and carried the dirt out the door, and did everything just as he was ordered. When the old devil returned, he checked to see if everything had been done according to his instructions, nodded his approval, and went off again. Now, for the first time, the soldier took a good look around hell. There were kettles all about, and they were boiling and bubbling with tremendous fires under each one of them. He would have
Can I
given
make an
his...
educated guess, a prediction, if you will, a hypothesis?
Go for it.
He's definitely gonna look in those pots. Is he gonna drink them?
I sure hope not. That sounds
hope
nasty.
Hope he takes a good long sip of whatever the fuck is in there. Maybe it's like, I don't think we're allowed to mention Disney properties. Never mind. I don't want to get sued.
Me either. He would have given his life to know what was in them if the devil had not strictly forbidden it. Finally, he could no longer restrain himself. He lifted the lid of the first kettle a little and looked inside, only to see his old
I'm
sergeant...
a genius.
Sitting there. It was an obvious setup. It was an obvious setup.
Yeah, but okay, shut up. I'm just smart. No,
okay,
oh my
yes,
God, I'm
you're
like
a genius.
I'm like the children on Dora.
Shh.
Okay, wait,
Aha,
okay.
you crumb! What does that mean?
You what? Wait, okay, what was in the pot?
His old sergeant was sitting in the pot.
Oh, right, he's a soldier.
He's
okay.
a soldier.
Okay. What's it
Aha,
called?
you...
Is that an insult?
I assume so, given
Wait,
the
okay, hold on.
context.
Give me a second. I'm gonna look it up. You can keep reading. I'm just gonna
Okay.
interrupt and tell you what that means.
Aha, you crumb, he said. Fancy meeting you here. You used to step on me, but now I've got you under my foot. He let the lid drop quickly, stirred the fire, and added fresh wood. After that, he moved to the second kettle, lifted the lid a little, and peeked inside. There sat his lieutenant. Aha, you crumb. Why does he keep saying this?
Okay, apparently it means a worthless person.
Oh.
Ouch.
Nasty.
Damn. He went for the
Aha,
jugular
you
on that
crumb
one.
times 2, he said. Fancy meeting you here. You used to step on me, but now I've got you under my foot. He shut the lid again and added a log to the fire to make it really good and hot for him. Now he wanted to see who was sitting in the third kettle, and it turned out to be his general. Did these people just not treat him well? Jesus fuck.
I mean, well... Do you think okay, never mind. This isn't gonna be a conversation we're gonna have right now.
No, not right now.
I was like, that's gonna get really dark.
No. Aha, you crumb times 3. Fancy meeting you here. You used to step on me, but now I've got you under my foot. He got out a bellows and pumped it until the fire of hell was blazing hot under him. And so it was that he served out his 7 years in hell. He never washed, combed himself, trimmed his beard, cut his nails, or wiped his eyes. The 7 years passed so quickly that he was convinced that only 6 months had gone by. When his time was completely up, the devil came and said, "Well, Hans, what have you been doing all this time?" "I've tended the fires under the kettles, and I've swept and carried the dirt out the door." "But you also peeked into the kettles." "Well, you're just lucky that you added more wood to the fire, otherwise you would have forfeited your life." "Wow.
Whoa
Now
there.
your time is up. Do you want to go back home?" "Yes," said the soldier. "I'd like to see how my father's doing at home." "All right, if you want your Hello? All right, if you want to get your proper reward, you must go and fill your knapsack with the dirt you've swept up and take it home with you. And you must also go unwashed and uncombed, with long hair on your head and a long beard, with uncut nails and with bleary eyes. And if anyone asks you where you're coming from, you've got to say, 'From hell.' And if
He's
anyone
gotta
asks...
smell like shit and look like Merlin.
Probably, after 7 years? Like, fuck.
Yeah. Ew.
And if anyone asks where you're coming from, you've got to say, 'From hell.' And if anyone asks who you are, you're to say, 'I'm the devil's slutty brother, and my king as well.'" The soldier said nothing. Indeed, he carried out the devil's instructions, but he was not at all satisfied with the reward. As soon as he was out in the forest again, he took the knapsack and wanted to shake it out. But when he opened it, he discovered that the dirt had turned into pure gold. "Never in my life would I have imagined that," said the soldier, who was delighted and went into the city. An innkeeper
well,
was...
isn't it like, to make diamonds, don't they compress, like, some kind of
think
rock
it's
or some shit?
coal. I think they compress
Coal.
it. That might not be right.
So, like, same diff, but with dirt and... Never mind, that's not how that works.
Okay. An innkeeper was standing in front of his inn as Hans approached, and when he caught sight of Hans, The innkeeper was terrified because the soldier looked so dreadful, even more frightening than a scarecrow. Scarecrows aren't scary.
I like
It's not hard to be
scarecrows.
scarier than a scarecrow.
They're friend-shaped. I want to
They
kiss
are
a little
friend-shaped.
scarecrow. Give him
I
a little
agree.
smooch.
He called out to him and asked, "Where are you coming from?" "From hell." "Who are you?" "The devil's slutty brother and my king as well." The innkeeper did not want to let him inside, but when Hans showed him the gold, he went and unlatched the door himself. Then Hans ordered the best room and insisted on the finest service. He ate and drank his fill.
I hate capitalists. I hate capitalists. I hate capitalists.
I know. I know. I do too. It's fine.
Consume the rich. Vor the rich.
He ate and drank his fill, but did not wash or comb himself as the devil had instructed. Finally, he lay down to sleep, but the innkeeper could not get the knapsack of gold out of his mind. Just the thought of it left him no peace. So he crept into the room during the night and stole it. So when Hans got up the next morning and went to pay the innkeeper before leaving, his knapsack was gone. However, he wasted no words and thought, "It's not your fault that this happened." And he turned straight around and went straight back to hell, where he complained about his misfortune to the devil and asked for help. "Sit down," said the devil. "I'm going to wash and comb you, trim your beard, cut your hair and nails, and wash out your eyes."
I was going to say really bold of him to complain about misfortune to Lucifer, but he's kind of a chill guy.
Yeah, he seems kind of cool.
He's like, yeah, I'll give you money if you just, like, do some chores. He's basically my mom. And then he just gives him a little bath. Maybe they're in love. Hot take. Oh, wait, no, he's their brother. Is that incest? I mean, I know they're not actually related, but he called himself his brother, so question mark?
Okay, we're not going down this road. When he was finished with the soldier, he gave him a knapsack full of dirt and said, "Go there and tell the innkeeper to give you back your gold, otherwise I'll come and fetch him, and he'll have to tend the fires in your place." Hans went back up and said to the innkeeper, "You stole my money, and if you don't give it back, you'll go to hell in my place, and you'll look just as awful as I did." The innkeeper gave him back the money, and even more besides. Then he begged him to be quiet about what had happened. Now Hans was a rich man and set out on his way home. He bought himself a pair of rough linen overalls and wandered here and there playing music, for he had learned that from the devil in hell. Dude, Lucifer's just fucking vibing.
Yeah, I would maybe sign up to be the devil's servant. He could give me some money and teach me how to play the fiddle, and then I could go compete with a man in Georgia. And, I mean, all I would really have to deal with was, like, looking like shit for a little bit, but I already don't take showers, so it's fine.
We get it, you're depressed.
Once
he happened to play before an old king in a certain country, and the king was so pleased that he promised Hans his oldest daughter in marriage. However, when she heard that she was supposed to marry a commoner in white overalls, she said, "I'll go drown myself in the deepest lake before I do that." So the king gave Hans his youngest daughter, who was willing to marry him out of love for her father. I would rather drown myself than
marry a man. Me too, queen.
You know what? That's completely fair.
Yeah.
So the devil's slutty brother got the king's daughter, and when the old king died, he got the whole kingdom as well. And that's the end of that.
That's the end?
I guess he got a happy ending. Good for him.
I was expecting that to end in some kind of, like, horrifically karmic... I don't know what the next word in that sentence was going to be. It was going to be something.
Retribution?
Retribution. There's the word. Thank you. Oh, you my
Yeah,
life.
Of course.
But, yeah, honestly, the devil just kind of seems like a chill guy. I'm kind of down with him. Maybe he deserves rights. Also, since the beginning of this, like a commentary at the start of it, I have been imagining him as Danny DeVito. So I think that impacted how much I liked him.
Lucifer is now Danny DeVito. But
yeah.
I am going to have to re-record this properly again later. But, you know, this was really fun. I want to do this more.
Aw, sap.
Shut up. I do need to read one more story today. So, shoo, fishy, I need a proper recording space to get into the zone for it.
Ooh, the zone.
Shush.
Fucking lame. You're such a dork. Okay, I mean, I was having a good time.
Shoo, be gone, thought.
Not the devil's brother. Okay, I will see you later. Have fun.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. This next story is... where the fuck is it? A Tale of Parch and Flesh. Take 1. Take 6. A Tale of Parch and Flesh. Once upon a time, in a world of dust and nothing, there was war. Where once there had been great kingdoms stood tall and proud with their many flags and castles, you will find a wasteland should you be unlucky enough to stumble upon it. It is all unforgiving heat and torrential downpours of dirt and waste spurred on by humid wind. In this nuclear nation of ours, where we few left are worth nothing more than the roaches that flood the streets. In the distance, rusted trumpets can be heard going through the notes of a tired battle cry, footsteps to the beat of angry drums and a choir of shots and shouts. For as long as they stay distant, anyway. There are bodies strewn across this desert floor, almost fit to cover the sand completely. Those who brave going outside to step around and between the stiffs on tiptoes, perhaps for fear that one might reach out and grab them, or that they might join that carpet of corpses and rot. But folks like us, we stay inside. We fiddle with the buttons on the radio, sorting through static for the couple of stations left. One plays music we are too young to recognize, and the other cues up to our king. He is old and graying and tired, in a tower that hardly stands, and he is speaking into a busted microphone. It's all right, he tells us. There is nothing to worry about. He says that war is just a word the enemy has invented to threaten us, that our kingdom will, of course, prevail. That he has sent his army out to protect us, that they are fighting nobly for a just cause. Those who would have known that cause by name died out long before you and I. There is no justice here. There is nothing but gore and the endless marching of mindless flesh. The dust fills our lungs but cannot sate our stomachs, so we feed on roach and rodent. And each other, as I've heard on occasion. Mothers pat their weeping children's heads, hushing them through the thunder of bombs and anguished screams. It's all right, they say. There is nothing to worry about. What a curse, I think, to bring a child into a place like this. One where they will know nothing but a desolate world full of desperate people. Now picture with me, reader, that you are on the front lines. You can feel the sun baking you through, can nearly feel your blood boiling beneath it. This is not what you signed up for. Your uniform is heavy and hot, and you cannot tell if what cakes your face is paint, dirt, or the blood of the men you've gunned down. Your eyes are just as heavy, if not more, for you have not met sleep. You crawl, and you hide, and you cower, and you stay so quiet you sometimes forget to breathe, because maybe if you make yourself silent, make yourself small enough, you will simply cease to be. You are granted no such mercy. When it is not hot, it is colder than anything, and you feel it in the core of you. From your weary feet to the unkempt hair beneath your helmet. You look around for solidarity from the soldiers at your side, but they stare ahead and do not blink and say nothing, like memorial statues in the making. You can't recall if you've ever heard anything from them but cries to move, move, move. In fact, you can't even remember their names. But do you suppose you'll read them on the plaques? You stare at the foxhole mass of root and rock in front of you and watch the growing hive of bugs crawl in and do not come back out. Your leader parrots the words of your king. You are fighting a just cause. You are doing what needs to be done. There are people to defend and a nation to make a name for. Those who stare down the barrel of your gun are not men, but beasts who must be tamed or put down. But you looked him in the eye when you shot, and he looked just like you. So, I'm sorry, you say, but only one of you can make it out of this place, and you've been here too long for it to not be you. And that's what you don't know, that there is no out. There is hardly a before, and there will not be an after. All your feet know is how to step into line. Your helmet has become a shell. Whatever is packed on your face has dug its way into your pores beneath your skin and made a home there. The medals and pins on your chest seem to pierce straight through your skin, and the dirt and dust in your lungs belongs there just as much as your blood and bone. Have your ears ever known not to ring? Have you ever spoken and felt your throat not to be hoarse? Are you any less a beast than those which you end? But you are not on the front lines, are you? No, and you are not huddled with me behind a rusted door, or letting your shaking mother smother your cries with false reassurances. You are safe in bed, perhaps driving to work, sitting at your desk, finishing your dinner. But you have been brought into a desolate world full of desperate people, and it is not all right. The end. That was unsettling. These stories just seem to get more and more and more unsettling as time goes on. Not to mention the headaches I've been getting while reading them. Like, what kind of story would give you a migraine? They're all different stories, you know? So it's just a matter of, I don't know, maybe my eyes are just getting tired or something. Maybe I'm getting sick too. Fish and I have both been feeling under the weather. But I think I should invest in some reading glasses. And recording. Antecedently is written and produced by Crow Strider. Kira Sobriquet as the voice of Fish, Crow Strider as the voice of Lori. A Tale of Parch and Flesh was written by Kira Sobriquet. If you want to contact us, you can email us at antecedently.podcast@gmail.com or find us on Twitter @antecedentlypod. If you'd like to find other links, including our Patreon and Ko-Fi, go to our website, antecedently.carrd.com. Thanks for listening.